Everyone, prepare yourselves, because what's about to unfold isn't just shocking, it's volatile, it's heartbreaking, and it's the kind of revelation that stops conversations cold. Charleston White has allegedly released information about Teyana Taylor that no one was prepared to hear. According to his claims, behind the glamour, the flashing cameras, and the luxury events, Teyana was allegedly concealing a secret so dangerous, so devastating, it reportedly reaches all the way to Kanye West himself. Yes, what Charleston claims could reframe everything we think we know about Hollywood's most untouchable names. Sources say Charleston alleges, through encrypted conversations and insider accounts, that Teyana secretly tested positive for a serious illness and that Kanye may have unknowingly been exposed. Let that sink in. Let the weight of that possibility settle. Fans, industry insiders, and even fellow artists are reportedly shaken to their core. The truth behind those polished music videos and flawless public appearances is allegedly much darker than anyone ever imagined. And Charleston didn't stop there. He claims this silence was enforced by powerful figures protecting images, brand deals, and careers while the truth quietly ruined lives behind closed doors. He says the consequences were real, deeply personal, and tragic. Careers disrupted, reputations endangered, and the emotional toll unbearable. Many are calling this revelation catastrophic, and the leak is reportedly only the surface. Allegedly, there is more. And Charleston insists this is just the opening chapter of an exposé Hollywood never wanted revealed. Millions are already reacting online, and the response is raw, furious, and full of disbelief. Viewers are calling it unreal, devastating, and gut-wrenching. Charleston White claims this is not rumor. It's documented, tragic, and destined to go viral. And when the entire story emerges, the world may never view Teyana Taylor, Kanye, or the industry the same way again. The question now is, can anyone survive this level of exposure? Because according to him, what was just revealed changes everything.
He was like, yeah, I want you to hear the album, and I want you to see these pieces that Barmon designed for my next tour. Of course, the Harlem in me is like, I'm getting on that album. I ain't tell him that, but I got up. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, I don't even wake up that early, and it was God, because I don't even know what made me even happen to get up and check my email, randomly check my email.
Hold on tight, because what you're about to hear isn't just a story. It's a seismic rupture in the illusion of Hollywood. A scandal so heavy, so devastating, it twists your stomach before it reaches your mind. Charleston White has allegedly stepped forward with claims no one saw coming. Revelations that blast past ordinary gossip and straight into a secret that could dismantle careers, reputations, and lives. The world thinks it understands Teyana Taylor, the radiant, untouchable figure commanding stages and screens. But Charleston claims there is a shadow behind the shine. A hidden truth so dangerous it allegedly pulled Kanye West into a nightmare he never agreed to enter. Sources close to Charleston say he verified his claims through encrypted messages, leaked materials, and insiders who risked everything to confirm what he revealed. Allegedly, Teyana had been concealing a serious medical reality, and Kanye may have unknowingly been affected. Think about that. Two global icons entangled in silence, fear, and unspoken consequences. The fallout, Charleston insists, is anything but small. Careers teetering, contracts threatened, friendships fractured, and private lives turned upside down while the public remained unaware of what was unfolding behind locked doors. Charleston didn't stop with the alleged condition alone. He claims Hollywood power brokers worked overtime to bury it, making sure no headline hinted at the truth. Sponsorships, partnerships, and carefully crafted images were protected while hidden damage spread quietly, relentlessly, and tragically. This, he says, is the kind of scandal that destroys people slowly, over months, over years. A ticking disaster masked by premieres, award shows, and flawless social media feeds. Audiences thought they were watching glamour. Charleston says they were watching survival. And the tragedy deepens. Charleston claims Kanye's involvement has already taken a toll, allegedly affecting his health and emotional stability in ways the public never witnessed. The shock of being pulled into someone else's secret. The fear, the betrayal, the helplessness, a level of devastation most people can't imagine. Allegedly, Teyana kept the truth buried to protect her image, her deals, and her career, fully aware of what exposure could destroy, while fans applauded her every move. The emotional weight of these claims is crushing. The kind that leaves supporters stunned, angry, and questioning everything they believed. Millions are already reacting online. The backlash, the disbelief, the raw emotional flood, it's overwhelming. Social media is filled with shock, rage, and heartbreak as Charleston allegedly unfolds the story piece by piece. Insiders suggest the ripple effects extend beyond the two names at the center, touching lives in ways the public may never fully see. This isn't just entertainment. It's tragedy dressed as spectacle, deception wrapped in stardom, a story demanding attention. Charleston insists this isn't rumor. It's documented, tragic, and explosive. He claims to have records, messages, and insider verification, and he wants the world to confront it. The moment he began naming timelines, connections, and alleged exchanges, the room reportedly went silent. No one could process the weight of what he described. This wasn't a rumor drifting online. Charleston framed it as confirmed and damning. He says the cover-ups were calculated, designed to protect images, money, and the illusion of an untouchable industry. The devastating truth, he claims, is that outsiders have no idea what emotional and physical tolls were hidden behind the camera lenses. Charleston's tone, heavy and unshaking, allegedly hit like impact. Each revelation stacked onto the next, the story collapsing into heartbreak and disbelief. Teyana's alleged secrecy, Kanye's unexpected involvement, Hollywood's silent cooperation, all unfolding like a tragedy no one expected. Like a courtroom drama exposing not just wrongdoing, but emotional ruin, concealed suffering, and betrayal on the largest stage possible. It's the kind of story that makes people pause, rewind, and listen again because they can't accept what they're hearing. And still, the allegations keep coming. Charleston hints at others indirectly affected, at deals, contracts, and narratives manipulated to silence truth. The emotional weight is suffocating. Fans are reportedly caught between shock and grief, struggling to reconcile admiration with the darkness now revealed. Charleston's words, his intensity, his alleged proof, form a volatile mix of viral, emotional, and devastating content. Allegedly, this is only the opening act. Charleston warns that what's been revealed may be only the surface of something far larger, something capable of reshaping how we see not just Teyana and Kanye, but the machinery of Hollywood itself. The secrecy, the betrayal, the damage, it's all so charged, so impossible to ignore, that the story refuses to die. And according to Charleston, the longer the public looks away, the more lives are quietly altered, silently scarred, and emotionally broken by truths hidden behind celebrity smiles. Brace yourself, because the fallout is already spreading. Millions are talking, posting, and arguing. The shockwaves of Charleston's alleged revelations are not slowing down, and viewers are trapped between disbelief, fear, and a relentless need to know more. Allegedly, this scandal contains everything: emotional devastation, celebrity betrayal, hidden cover-ups, and consequences that may echo for years. Charleston White insists it isn't gossip. It's verified, it's tragic, and it's explosive. And as the story continues to unravel, millions are watching, reacting, and sharing, turning this into one of the most intense, emotionally charged, and unforgettable Hollywood exposures of our time.
Oh, like, so you want to go to the movie and just listen to the guy? Oh, like you.
Charleston White refused to soften his tone as he plunged further into what insiders now describe as one of the darkest Hollywood bombshells in recent memory. Allegedly, the information he unleashed reached far beyond what anyone expected. Files, texts, and digital fragments that reportedly reveal a chain of silence, manipulation, and emotional collapse that has quietly followed some of the industry's biggest stars. The narrative, Charleston insists, doesn't simply reveal a secret. It exposes a system of shielding, erasure, and calculated interference built to protect the powerful while abandoning others to irreversible fallout. Allegedly, the messages he displayed reveal Teyana Taylor speaking privately with key industry figures, openly discussing her situation and the dangers of exposure. These exchanges, according to Charleston, indicate awareness of the damage ahead, yet a deliberate choice to keep it buried from the world and most devastatingly from Kanye West. Sources claim Kanye had no knowledge he was allegedly in danger, and the emotional shock of this supposed truth could be catastrophic, cracking the foundation of trust and long-standing alliances. Charleston reportedly outlined a reality where every word, every secret conversation, and every decision made to preserve image and agreements became another strand in a growing web of ruin. Allegedly, Kanye's interactions with Teyana, once assumed to be private and safe, are now viewed through a lens of risk and unintended fallout. This is not just about health. It is about deception, silence, and the emotional burden carried by those unknowingly trapped inside another person's hidden truth. Allegedly, the material Charleston revealed shows months, even years of carefully concealed moves supposedly engineered to avoid scandal, yet creating silent pain and fear. Fans online, reportedly responded with disbelief, outrage, and an overwhelming sense of emotional betrayal. The storyline Charleston allegedly presents is one where brand control, sponsorship security, and career survival outweighed human consequence. People are allegedly forced to accept that those they admired may have lived double lives, one public, one hidden, and the hidden one unbearably tragic. Charleston claims the leaks are only fragments of a much larger picture with consequences for other unnamed figures, suggesting waves that could permanently alter how Hollywood secrecy is seen. According to Charleston, these disclosures don't just reveal one truth. They tear through layers of deception that allegedly link multiple individuals. Kanye West, unknowingly affected, allegedly stands as a casualty of circumstances beyond his control. Teyana Taylor, allegedly aware yet silent, represents the calculated choices often made under Hollywood pressure. The alleged cover-ups, Charleston argues, are orchestrated by insiders who shape perception, guard careers, and hide the human damage. Allegedly, Charleston presented images and screenshots during his reveal that reportedly support what he is claiming. Each exchange sketches a portrait of deliberate silence and tactical concealment, exposing the emotional and psychological weight carried in isolation. Sources allege that some messages reflect guilt, dread, and panic as the concealed truth edges closer to public release. According to Charleston, this saga is more than scandal. It is tragedy disguised as stardom, luxury, and success. The emotional toll is reportedly immense. Allegedly, those closest to the situation had no idea how deep the exposure ran, and Charleston stresses the human cost behind headlines and performances. Fans and followers are said to have erupted into fierce debate online, struggling to balance admiration with the alleged pain and danger. The supposed evidence Charleston shared allegedly shows conscious decisions made to protect public images while ignoring the safety of others, decisions that allegedly produced silent suffering and emotional collapse. Charleston claims this is only the beginning of the unraveling story. Allegedly, more names, messages, and outcomes exist, all concealed by Hollywood's machine of silence. The emotional weight, Charleston maintains, is overwhelming, with careers, relationships, and reputations bound together in secrecy. While the public remains unaware, the alleged tragedy grows heavier through intentional concealment, meaning the emotional damage was hidden not just from fans, but from those directly involved. The reaction online allegedly echoes the intensity of Charleston's claims. Fans reportedly voiced shock, anguish, and disbelief, questioning the morality, transparency, and humanity of the industry. The alleged story, Charleston states, reveals the fragility beneath celebrity masks, the unseen cost of silence, the human price of career protection, and the devastation left unseen. Allegedly, each new detail Charleston releases deepens the tragedy, raising questions of responsibility, ethics, and the hidden toll of fame. Charleston reportedly cautions that this reveal is not finished. Allegedly, more truths remain buried, and the consequences of exposure, public or private, are only starting to spread. The story, as he describes, is not merely about health or secrets. It is about betrayal, grief, and the human cost of fame. The emotional impact, Charleston claims, is unlike anything audiences have experienced, making the alleged revelations viral, shattering, and impossible to dismiss. According to Charleston, what he exposes forces reflection, disrupts comfort, and confronts viewers with a tragic reality behind entertainment's shine. The alleged effect on Kanye West, Teyana Taylor, and possibly other unnamed figures illustrates a human catastrophe buried beneath layers of silence and calculated control. Charleston's account, allegedly supported by messages, screenshots, and insider testimony, paints a vision of Hollywood where image outweighs compassion and secrecy leaves emotional scars that are both tragic and jarring. Allegedly, Charleston insists the fallout will continue as more people grasp the scale of these disclosures. The tragedy is reportedly complex, emotional, personal, and public. Fans, insiders, and possibly other celebrities are indirectly connected, revealing a ripple of silence, fear, and heartbreak. Charleston's reveal, according to sources, is meant not only to inform, but to force audiences to look past the glitter and see the real human cost hidden behind fame. And as Charleston allegedly ends his expose, he underlines the emotional weight. This is not spectacle. This is tragedy. Allegedly, the consequences are real. The pain is undeniable, and the silence has finally been stripped away for the world to witness. Millions are watching, dissecting, and arguing, fueled by disbelief, grief, and a relentless hunger for answers. Charleston insists the narrative is nowhere near finished, the shockwaves still expanding, and the damage still unfolding. The aftermath of Charleston. White's disclosures didn't fade into whispers or online chatter. Allegedly, it ignited a firestorm that left Hollywood rattled. Insiders say what Charleston revealed about Teyana Taylor and Kanye West isn't merely controversial, it's explosive. Allegedly, coded texts, digital screenshots, and private exchanges emerged, exposing the lengths Teyana supposedly went to in order to keep her condition hidden, and how Kanye West was unknowingly pulled into a nightmare he never anticipated. The emotional stakes, Charleston claims, are overwhelming. Betrayal, loss, and silent pain, all hidden beneath the glitter of celebrity. Allegedly, Charleston revealed that Teyana's secret went beyond health. It was about power, perception, and survival inside the industry. Sources claim she allegedly worked alongside insiders to stop any exposure while balancing her career, accolades, and contracts. Every moment with Kanye reportedly carried danger, every private encounter a ticking bomb if the truth surfaced. Charleston allegedly exposed conversations suggesting Teyana understood the risks, yet chose silence over honesty, leaving Kanye, friends, and fans unaware. Allegedly, those messages reveal terror, control, and precise coordination. A disturbing glimpse into a life lived behind closed doors. Charleston allegedly highlighted the emotional damage buried beneath the headlines. Kanye West, reportedly blindsided, faced emotional collapse when learning the alleged truth. Sources say he endured shock, betrayal, and confusion, realizing his personal world had been shaped without consent. The tragedy, Charleston argues, is worsened by Hollywood power brokers who allegedly engineered cover-ups to save deals, sponsorships, and reputations while real people suffered quietly. Allegedly, this reveals how fame can disguise cruelty, transforming private pain into public chaos once secrets escape. Fans online were reportedly stunned into silence. Comments flooded timelines with anger, sorrow, and moral outrage. Charleston allegedly claims the leak uncovers a web of secrecy reaching beyond Teyana and Kanye. Allegedly, unnamed celebrities and insiders are indirectly connected, hinting at a chain reaction affecting emotional, professional, and personal lives. Every post, every argument, every reaction online reflects the viral intensity of Charleston's narrative, turning this alleged scandal into one of the most discussed and emotionally charged moments in modern entertainment. Allegedly, Charleston displayed evidence during his reveal, outlining a timeline of texts, meetings, and choices meant to bury the truth. These allegedly exposed months, even years of concealed suffering, calculated silence, and deliberate omissions intended to protect careers while leaving emotional wreckage behind. The allegations, Charleston says, reveal a Hollywood rarely acknowledged, a place where image defeats empathy and secrecy leads to devastating outcomes. Charleston reportedly maintains this is only the beginning of the story. Allegedly, more revelations remain hidden, and the consequences will continue to reach everyone involved. Fans, insiders, and the public are left struggling to absorb the emotional weight, betrayal, heartbreak, and unseen damage of fame. Allegedly, each new detail adds complexity, showing how private lives, public reputations, and emotional well-being collide when secrets are protected. The alleged scandal, Charleston claims, stands as a warning about power, silence, and tragedy. He reportedly says the fallout is already reshaping how Teyana, Kanye, and Hollywood itself are viewed. Allegedly, it forces audiences to confront the human price of stardom, the destruction hidden truths can cause, and the emotional wreckage that forms behind closed doors. Charleston allegedly describes a courtroom of emotions where proof, testimony, and pain collide to expose a story so devastating that viewers can't turn away. According to Charleston, the alleged truth goes beyond rumor. It's documented, emotionally charged, and explosive. Allegedly, Teyana's choices, Kanye's unknowing involvement, and Hollywood's organized silence reveal a tragic cycle, leaving everyone touched by it, drowning in shock, loss, and betrayal. The human stakes, Charleston says, are enormous, with emotional consequences spreading far beyond those directly involved. Allegedly, Charleston ends his expose with a warning that the story is still unfolding. More names, more texts, more evidence allegedly remain concealed. And as the truth continues to surface, the shockwaves will continue to devastate, provoke, and grip millions. Fans and insiders remain frozen, processing the alleged reality behind Hollywood's polished mask. Charleston reportedly insists this isn't spectacle. It's pain, devastation, and a viral tragedy forcing everyone to confront the brutal consequences of secrets, silence, and fame. The alleged aftermath, Charleston claims, is both personal and public, emotionally crushing, and irreversible. Millions are reportedly analyzing, arguing, and reacting online as the narrative keeps evolving. According to Charleston, the revelations are historic, emotionally shattering, and destined to permanently change how Teyana Taylor, Kanye West, and Hollywood are perceived. Allegedly, the story stands as proof of the human cost of silence, the destruction of deception, and the explosive power of truth finally exposed. Millions are still shaken by Charleston White's alleged disclosures, and the consequences are far from finished. The details he released about Teyana Taylor and Kanye West are not just shocking, they're devastating, emotionally crushing, and deeply tragic. According to Charleston, the secret buried for years has erupted into the open, revealing betrayal, heartbreak, and the quiet suffering fame often conceals. Kanye reportedly had no idea he was involved, and the alleged fallout is permanent, leaving fans, insiders, and the public questioning everything they believed. The alleged messages, screenshots, and insider confirmations Charleston shared reportedly show deliberate efforts to bury the truth, manipulate public perception, and orchestrate cover-ups meant to protect brands and contracts while placing lives at risk. Allegedly, the emotional and psychological toll on Kanye, Teyana, and those unknowingly connected is immense. Fans are reportedly overwhelmed with anger, disbelief, and grief as the truth unravels, exposing a Hollywood reality darker than anyone imagined. Charleston claims this isn't just scandal. It's tragedy, heartbreak, and viral-level chaos combined. And the shock doesn't end here. Allegedly, more names, more texts, and more secrets are waiting to surface, threatening to make the fallout even more destructive. Charleston urges viewers to stay alert, challenge the stories they've been told, and acknowledge the human cost hidden behind headlines. This is the kind of revelation that shatters trust, exposes buried pain, and forces the public to confront the devastating consequences of secrecy in Hollywood. If you want to witness the truth, if you want to understand the full scale of emotional and professional destruction, then watch closely, share widely, and don't look away from what comes next. Charleston White claims the story is just beginning, and the shockwaves will change everything. The world must see this, react to it, and face the heartbreak, betrayal, and tragedy hidden behind fame's dazzling lights. The silence is broken, and the truth can no longer be contained.